I think it automatically records, right? Let's see if it.
Okay, looks like we're
Let's
16
see.
seconds in, and we have 0 eyeballs. So um, it's
Hmm.
cool though. You know, everybody trickles in as they trickle
Well,
in. So
I don't see us live.
let me see. Mm, let me look and see because it says it's going. Um, we rusty.
No, right? Real rusty.
We're on. I can see us. We
You
heck
can
rusty.
see?
Yeah. Well, we're on
Hmm.
Facebook at least. Let me check YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, that's the Facebook. Maybe I'm rusty. Ah, there we go. There we go.
Let me
What's up?
let me see.
What's
What's up?
Cracking.
What's
somebody
up,
got the
Pastor
echo?
Rob? What's up?
Man, nothing much, man. Can't call it.
Okay, so let me edit
I'm
the
gonna definitely.
caption because that's why I'm confused. Because I'm rusty.
Yeah, we a bit rusty. We gotta figure this thing out, man.
You got a who got Facebook playing in the background?
Oh, that's me. Well, no, that's actually YouTube. I'm about to.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm about to close it down now. I just wanted to make sure we were on. Can you still hear the echo?
uh-uh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's not me then because I
Let me
turned
see
it
if
off.
it's me. Let me check this. All right, let's see if it went away.
Testing, testing.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, it's good to see y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a cool
Mm-hmm.
minute. Every time we try, somebody got something to do. Somebody in pain. Look, we old. We traveling. We busy. Or we just too tired. But worked out. Everybody was available tonight, so it's good to see everybody's face. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
looking clear skinned and healthy.
Hey, what's up, Dak?
Can you hear
Are you there?
me? Yeah.
Okay. Looks like you're frozen on the restream though, but
Hmm.
maybe it'll refresh. I'm moving, and I know Rob is moving. Can you move something? Let me see.
Hey, Cash.
Let me Let me go out and back in and see.
Maybe me. I got this new laptop. I haven't figured out how to work this thing.
Is your maybe your camera is frozen because you're not moving. We're all moving, but you're not.
I'm
Oh,
not
you got a new
moving.
laptop?
Yeah. I went and got a gaming laptop once in a while.
Mm.
If
Damn, that
anybody
echo
is
killing me.
on, can y'all tell me if Dak is frozen? Oh, does he look frozen to
Frozen?
me?
I'm gonna come back in.
Okay.
Okay, so I muted my mic, and I still hear
No,
the echo.
it looks good because I just pulled it back up. So let me get out. Does he look frozen? Yeah. Okay.
Come back in.
That's me. Okay. I think we're good. He's gonna come back though. Um, okay. It should be gone now because I'm out of the apps. Wait for him to come back. It froze, but looks like he's gonna be all right. So what's new?
I can't even see him.
You can't see me?
No, I can see you. I can't see
Oh,
him.
yeah. Here he comes.
I don't know why it sound like we in the. I get an echo like we in the bathroom or something. No, I can
Mm-hmm.
see you. I see him.
I don't hear it though.
You
Can
don't?
you hear that? I sound like
Yeah, I
we
hear
in
the
the
echo too.
echo like we in the bathroom or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I do hear it now, but I don't think it's me.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
hear
hear
it.
that. Echo like we in the bathroom or something.
Let me make sure I'm not. No, I can't be on anywhere else.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh
Hello?
Lord. Hello? What about
Yeah, I
now?
still hear it.
Um,
Yeah, the chat said they hear the echo too.
okay, let me see. Let me go back to all the apps and make sure I'm
Know what it is?
I'm totally off.
Facebook open.
Even though
Yeah,
it's
it definitely sound like somebody in the bathroom taking the dookie and they trying to, on at the same time.
okay. What about now? Sound better to y'all?
No. Are you using speakers good?
Huh? I'm using my mic and my monitor speakers.
That's what it is. It's bouncing off the. It's the speakers probably bouncing off the walls in the room.
All right, let me see if I turn them down. We don't even have a bright enough light here to play with this.
Hey.
We sitting here on live, got an echo in the back.
That sound any better?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, it's that speaker mic combo. It's the microphone speaker combination, and it's bouncing off the walls in the room.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
One more thing. Let me see if I can change to the onboard. Audio.
What's up, Cash? Cashmere, she had a birthday party. She was turning up.
Hey, happy birthday.
How about this?
Hello?
Is that better?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
You
I
silly.
can still hear it.
Yeah.
You still hear it?
Yeah. Unplug your speakers.
Okay, how about now?
How about now?
Okay, but
Yep,
now I
that's
can't hear
Nope,
you.
that's it.
So let me.
You know what? On your if you have your microphone, go to your mic settings.
Built-in microphone, advanced option.
Yeah, that's right.
General,
Mm-hmm.
video input.
Tony, you giving me new names, calling me Dan. I had to look to see who Dan was.
Audio. Why can't I hear you?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what my onboard sound is.
Boy, I look shiny black.
Let's see.
Being in the sun.
1 second. And I
Back
can
to back to back
turn
to
it back
back.
to the onboard.
Living that best life.
Me and this Mac, we do not get along sometimes.
Oh, you on a Mac? Oh, I'm talking to her like she can hear me. She can't hear me. So what's been good with you, Rob?
Man, not much, man. You know, just trying to survive, man. Raise this little girl, man. I think as she get older, bro, whoa. She get hyper. You know, she be doing everything, boy.
What's she like 4 or 5 now, man?
Yeah, she like almost 4.5.
Oh yeah.
That time be flying, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. How about that?
Can you hear me?
Okay. So, let me
Can
get
you
my
hear us?
captions
Can you hear
up.
us?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can't?
No, we can hear you. It's still a little. No. I don't think it's an echo, but I know why. Don't worry. I think we can live with it.
I'm just gonna turn all my stuff off. But okay, let's get going. So,
All right.
let's
That shit is going all right.
Sound like we in an old porn movie. You know what I'm saying?
y'all a hot mess.
Should we drop it? Rejoin?
No. What it is? I know what it is. It's her. It's good speaker mic combo because I had that issue.
I turned it off.
You unplug the mic.
Yep.
So you just on your using your computer speaking. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Then it's just bouncing off the walls in the room. It's all good. We can make it work. Rob got PRs. That mean Puerto Rico or?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, bro. Let me figure out what's going on.
Oh, that was you. See, man, we blaming it on her. Hey, good. It ain't you. It was Rob. Good done reassembled her whole laptop. What's good, Jay?
Man, what's going on, man?
Well, why PR? Because I don't know if that's Preach Rob or Puerto Rico. So why he's doing that? Right? Puerto Rico. Oh. Now we can't hear you good. We see your lips moving. Yeah, I see your lips moving though, but I can't hear you. I mean, still can't hear you.
All right. Are we good now?
Yeah, now we can't hear good anymore.
All right, we Gucci. Oh man, what happened with good?
You don't have me change all my stuff and now nobody can hear me.
Motherfucking Rob.
Right. Now we can't hear you again. You was in for a second, then you just went back out.
Okay, I have.
All right, now I can hear you. Now we good. Now we good. All right, let's go ahead and get going.
All right. Well, I guess
good. You start us off good.
All righty. Well, tonight's topic is unhappy holidays, and we can, start off with our brief read. Most people know who we are, but let's remind them since it's been a minute, and then we can jump into our hot topic, and then we'll talk about holidays.
That'll work. Well, my name is Dak, aka Tony. Calls me Dan now, so I'm gonna be Dan for the rest of the show. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining, folks. Rob Deasy.
Y'all know me, man. I'm Rob Deasy. Preach Rob, whatever you want to call me, man. Glad to be back in the saddle with these folks. We all been busy and stuff, so we ain't had a chance to chop it up. But glad to be on the show with y'all and get into these holiday issues and stuff going on. What's up, good? Let them know who you are.
What's up? This is your girl Good Vibes, and today I'm AKA Happy to be Nappy because I have not had a retwist. African, Blue, Zimbabwe, Mandingo, going on up in here, but that just is, so I'm happy. Anyway, let's get going. Since we are talking about the holidays, our hot topic is going into debt annually for Christmas. So how many of y'all are still the debt every year for Christmas gifts and Christmas presents, and how many of you are trying to break that cycle? How many of you have broken that cycle? Let's get into it. I guess Dak, you can start us off.
I refuse to go into debt for the holidays. Salute, Corey. What's good, bro? Yeah, I refuse to. You know what I'm saying? Like when my kids were younger, I did it. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I would be broke until my taxes. I would be broke and do my taxes January 1st. I would go find, you know what I'm saying, the little the unscrupulous tax guy. That be like, you know what I'm saying? For 15% of your money, I can have it to you by January 2nd. I was doing that, you know what I mean? And I was in that cycle for a while. You know, I was one of those parents, man, for real, that would get up like 3:00 in the morning, get online to be the first one. When we was in Virginia, I made the news a couple of times because I think I got there like maybe 1 o'clock. Bought a little tent, a little sleeping bag, and it was some dumb stuff the kids was getting. I think now that I look at it, you know what I'm saying, it might have been like maybe 30% off of what the real price was, but I was broke because I was, you know what I'm saying, going into debt to take care of them. Now, you know what I'm saying, with 3 kids and 7 grandkids, I'm like, look here, man. Excuse me. Everybody get one item. You know, Michelle, she likes to get them more than one item. So they kind of happy I married Michelle because I'm like, look, one thing off your list. You know what I'm saying?
One and done. I do the same thing every year. I would save up, have my savings looking fat, and then drain that sucker every year. Every year. Finally, well, I always have partners that started off, well, one of them was a Muslim, so we didn't do Christmas, so I didn't have any gifts for a while. And then the second one, he was a Christian one, so we did Christmas, and I did it up because my children never had Christmas. And then He became a Hebrew Israelite and he stopped celebrating Christmas. So um,
Mm.
kind of got good for Christmas for a while. But one Christmas that I think about a lot is my one of my daughters. She wanted an American Girl doll, and
Mm-hmm.
I was so struggling
Ooh.
recently.
Mm-hmm.
She mom, I don't care what it is. I don't care if
Mm-hmm.
we eat Christmas dinner. I'll skip my dinner. I just want an American Girl doll, and I had to like
Mm-hmm.
go online and defer all my bills, like get extensions, just so I
Right.
could make sure I got this dang doll, and that
Mm-hmm.
my boys got my son and my
Right.
other daughter got what they wanted, but um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's something that we should make
Right.
a habit of. I think
But
those that have started that tradition need to not start it. What about you, Rob? You got the baby girl. Is she getting everything?
Oh, so like me, I'm generally a gift giver or a get you stuff throughout the year type of person. So I've always been like a gift person. Like as that shit pop in my head or I see something I want for her, I get it for her right then and there, and I might give it to her like, if she do something good or whatever, just kind of like a reward or whatever. But when it comes Christmas time, I might get her one big item, get her some clothes and a couple of dolls or something like that. But I ain't breaking the bank. I honestly, I ain't even lying when I tell you if it ain't my lady, I don't buy nobody Christmas gifts but the kids. Dead ass. Cause when I was young, man, I had a lot of little cousins and stuff. So I'm like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
more concerned with them making sure they got a good vibe and feeling from, this time of joyous moment. The
Right.
adults, nah, man, your time passed.
No, I
Nah,
could I
for
could dig it
real.
because good just gave me a good idea. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn Muslim tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that I ain't gotta worry about no gifts this year. Nobody
Christmas gift?
gets nothing.
Well, I am
But
celebrating this year, so I got to start over and figure out what to do because
but
that too.
I got a question, right? Considering we all are in relationships, right? How do you
Hmm.
handle if your significant other wants an expensive item that may not be within your budget? You know what I mean? And this is something they say, you know what I'm saying, that they really want for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It might be that Louis bag that's $2,500, or you know what I'm saying, a pair of shoes or something, you know what I'm saying, that's $200 or $300. You know what I'm saying? How do you handle that so that you don't go into debt for that? You know what I'm saying? Because this time of year, especially I think this time of year, my credit card, they increased the limit like it was I think like $1,500 or $1,800 in the last 2 weeks. I'm like, yo, I ain't asked you for this. But I mean, y'all ain't gonna suck at me either. But you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
how do y'all handle that? You know what I mean?
I mean, hopefully your partner knows your situation or how you spend money. Hopefully you got to the point where you know who's the big spender and who's frugal, and you kind of figure something out. If it sounds like a lot, then maybe go on a trip together instead, or go shopping together at the outlets or the sales after Christmas. Like there's kind of a way to make certain things work without going into debt. I mean, sometimes you just got to be honest and be like, my budget is not going to allow that. So do you want the wallet? Like, I can't get you the bag, or I can get you the key
Mhm.
bracelet. Like, I mean, I don't know. I've never had anybody really be pushy and ask me to go above and beyond to buy them something. I people who have hinted. I've dated men who hinted. You got that PS5 money. I know you got this money. I'm like, oh, we're not gonna make it till Christmas because you plotting. So, and
I,
like, of
I,
course, pick your partner. Buy
I would
it.
say I would say if you got high class tendencies, you better deal with somebody gonna deliver on high class tendencies. But also,
Yeah.
man, I feel like that's nothing but a discussion. Let's have this discussion real quick. And
Mhm.
and sometimes I feel like you could present options like, "Bro, you want this, or would you want this?" Like, we can enjoy this. You can have a whole weekend getaway. We can enjoy this over here. You can have that bag. And how often you really toting your bags? Like, you can ask stuff like that. It's not to say I wouldn't get you the gift at the end of the day, but
Mhm.
what do you really want? Is it because you just saw it and you were wowed by it? Do you want it
Mm-hmm.
because you just like that line? Stuff like that. Because I think people you should buy nice things for each other and stuff like that. But you got to
Mm-hmm.
understand people where they are in life and what
Mm-hmm.
y'all trying to accomplish in the future. So many people
Mm-hmm.
blow so much money on gifts trying to impress people or trying to please people, and then
Mm-hmm.
ain't got money to do other things. You know, it's like the person who buy that big ass crib, spending all that damn money on mortgage, and don't take no damn trips, don't
Right.
got shit in the crib, none of that,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So you just got to make
Eating
sure that,
donuts. Right.
yeah, you better
Mhm.
make sure you picking your partner wisely, man. I seen it where you got like a dude money short,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That's
Shorty
what
she
I'm
used to bag toting. She used to her man bag toting for her. Like, hey, your money is short.
saying.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you
Now,
should definitely have them conversations though, for sure.
yeah. But I've dealt with women who when my money was funny, you know what I'm saying, dating your wage bracket. You right about that, Corey?
And
Because
you don't want to be disappointed.
right. During the holidays is when you realize you're not in your wage bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That and Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, Christmas, and birthdays, you realize, you know what? This might not be my wage bracket. But yeah, nah,
Mhm.
I've dated women like that who were, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, Christmas is real special for me. And, I've had my, my family or other mates who've always went and did all these crazy things for me and literally tried to make me feel bad for not being able to afford to get, you know what I'm saying, these expensive gifts. Needless to say, it didn't go that far, but but I see a lot of guys and women as well who kind of fall into that same type of scenario. You know what I'm saying? Where, I mean, you got the chick in the project selling all her food stamps to buy him the latest PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's like, come on, you know what I mean? So what advice before we move on? What advice y'all give to somebody that's dating somebody right now? Their money is funny, and their partner has asked for a gift that they can't afford. Because let's keep it a buck. You typically, especially as men, you typically don't want to disappoint your partner. You know what I'm saying? If she wants that bag, you really want to give it to her. You know what I'm saying? Rob is different, but
No, 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 no,
no, I'm
man.
messing with you, Rob.
It's 20. We going in 2022. I'm gonna keep the real vibe. No, I buy gifts, bro, and
Mhm,
I don't really necessarily trip about money, but also I ain't finna buy you this big ass gift and then 10 other motherfucking mid
mhm,
range or big gifts too. Like, I feel like you gotta have it with a reason. It's Christmas, baby. This ain't our
mhm,
anniversary. This ain't your birthday. This is Christmas.
mhm,
Like,
mhm.
I feel like you gotta set a limit. And really, honestly, I seen people who are in relationships that with their partner, they agreed on how much they would spend on each other.
Right,
So it
right.
wasn't one like, oh, I want 500 and this one wanted $200 gifts. They agreed on something so that they would never have to feel like that. Like they
Mhm,
both say set amount, bam, that's it.
mhm.
Now you always got people who are like, "Oh well, I just wanted you to have this $300 watch and win
Right.
$100 over it or whatever." But hey, that's prerogative. As long
He
as
said,
at
I
the
ain't
end of the
asked for
day,
it.
at the end of the day, but because I say that because people feel like because they did it to you, you got to do it back to them. But everybody not
Mhm.
built like that. Some people is like, "What $300 watch? Oh, $50 bangles."
Right. They going to New York getting the Canal Street special. You know what I'm
with a high price item, a couple of mid price items, a couple of lower price items, and give your
saying?
partner the list. Depending on what he can
Hmm.
afford, he'll buy the medium and all the small ones, or two of the mediums and one of the small ones, or he'll just
Right.
surprise you and buy you the big one. But if you can't have the conversation, then it's time to just get out. It's not even
Right.
don't even just call it a day. Just go ahead and
Right.
and say goodbye. Because if you can't have a conversation about money for Christmas, what are you going to do when it's a bill or it's something that this person wants? He always wanted this particular dirt bike, or he always wanted, or she always
Mhm.
wanted something, and now
Right.
you got a joint account and you're sharing money, and this person wants to take the joint account and do what they want to do. Like, this is
Hmm.
only the beginning. And if you can't talk Christmas, so
But do
you
you
know,
think that people should judge folks based off of, like, you know how people will say, "Oh my God, you ain't give me this gift. I thought you loved me. The relationship ain't. We been in this thing for 3 years. I expected this, that, and the
Yeah.
other." Like, I feel
Right.
that's
like that go on.
No, it
it
do.
does, but
And I feel like, what I'm saying, my penis is expensive. So if I'm giving that to you on the regular, you know what I'm saying? That's an expensive gift.
it was like
You know what I'm saying?
who the appraisal and where is the certificate? Like I'm just wondering how you
So where them papers?
Right,
Where is
right,
them
right,
right
papers
show me,
at?
but well don't show me, show
right.
Michelle. But okay,
But I always
so
wonder why. I always wonder why. You
But
tend to see like women say that, like, "Oh, you don't love me because you won't give me this bag," and I'm like, this man could have bought you everything you wanted through the whole year, and you sum your relationship up because he couldn't get a bag for Christmas.
right. It's funny you say that, Rob, right? Because I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, right? And I think a lot of it is societal pressure. You know what I'm saying? Women, everybody gets on Facebook. So, well, I won't even say Facebook, jumps on social media to show off what they got from their man or woman during the holidays. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
And it's like, okay, you know what? If you know what I'm saying, and I'll keep it a buck, right? It's like, okay, if you're in this wage bracket, they automatically expect you to have gifts that are in a certain price range. And if you don't have gifts that are in that certain price range, then women, and I think it's more so women and men, tend to kind of feel some type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm making this and we're doing all of this, and you're like, yeah, my man, he just got me a pair of sneakers or a pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying? from Nordstrom's rack, you know what I mean? Then that's when it starts with the wow, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really put no thought into this. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because now
okay, so
I got all
yeah,
these factors making me feel bad.
right,
Mhm.
but if he's been spending his money and and just the whole time, then yeah,
Mhm.
I would expect what happened. But if he's never done that or had the ability to do that, and she's expecting that, that's the problem.
Right.
And again, it's a discussion because it's still his money. He can make $1 billion, but it's his $1 billion, and he can do what he wants to with it. And if he does not
Mhm.
choose to buy that he thinks is not a good investment. I mean, I've met men who make a lot of money, and some of them, it has to be an investment. It has to be something that he feels is of value, not just because you want it and he's got the money. It's
Right.
still his money. So
Right.
sometimes those things that we think we want, they come with challenges. They come with other things. Just because he got it, don't mean he's gonna spend it how you want him to spend it, and vice
Mm.
versa.
Right.
Kind of like when I tell you don't need that. A want
Mhm.
versus a need, or an investment versus something frivolous. Like we can go on forever with that. But
Right.
again, it's a conversation. So you
Yeah.
can't have a conversation. I don't know what to
Mhm.
tell you.
No, I agree. I
Okay.
agree. You want to go into the
Want
next one?
to hit a second hot topic before we jump into the unhappy
Yes.
holiday? All
Yes.
right. So this one is not as holiday focused. So we got to do what we do, and we are. So this topic came from one of our Facebook friends who saw some videos and sent them to my inbox. So I'm not going to play the videos because it'll be too long. We may revisit it in the future. But this is the topic, and of course, I want to hear everybody chime in. And Rob Deasy, you can start this one off. So these videos were man asking men why they marry women who don't do the whole things that they like. If you know you into certain whole things, and I'm using whole in quotes because I don't go around saying the word whole, and I don't
Mhm.
judge people for how they
Mhm.
get down. But he was saying, the what we think of as a hoe, that if you're into hoe stuff, then marry the hoe. Don't get the housewife and then be mad that she's not doing house stuff. So those were kind of the thoughts of the Rob Deasy. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife, and would you?
I think some of these hoes out here are housewives. No,
Ding dong, ding
and,
bong
and,
bong.
I'm-
What you say, Joe
and,
Biden? Ding bong, boom, boom, boom.
and I ain't run, I'm not I don't run around using that term either. I'm just using it for this context. But I feel like a lot of the hoes that people are saying are hoes, some of them have housewife tendencies, but they just like dick. Or you got some of them who they don't want that shit right now. They don't want to be no motherfucking housewife right now, so they doing their thing. Now,
Mhm.
you do have people who are just straight up hoes and they just do shit just for the fuck of it. I don't care. That's your problem, but I know which lane I'm gonna steer towards though. If I feel like if you don't meet me on a certain sapiosexual level and it's just about that sex stuff, I don't really think mentally I could keep going with you. We could do the sex thing all day, but I don't know if I could really go there with you. We would have to be able to meet on a whole different level outside of sex. As far
So
as being a guy who with the whole good wife, you want a good woman but she don't do whole tendencies, I find that a lot, like a lot of homeboys do that. And I think a lot of it is because these women embody the things that they don't contain in themselves, and two, probably are giving them the mama like quality, the mama like feel, where they just pretty much probably do everything for them, and a lot of these guys don't really have to do nothing. So I think they end up wanting to find that good woman that could carry them like that while they still looking elsewhere. What were you about to say? Good. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you instead of if you meet a woman and you meet her on, a whole thing, but
Mm-hmm.
you end up laughing and you can kick it together and hang out. Does that make her, somebody you may consider going further with because man, she's doing all the whole shit I like and she's pretty cool and we get along, or does the fact that she just does whole shit, keep her out of the running? And if she's doing whole shit with everybody, but she's willing to stop doing whole shit with anybody other than you, if you decide to to be exclusive, is that cool, or are you gonna be like nah because you did too much whole shit with everybody else, like
Well, I think
how,
I think I think for me it matters who you did the whole shit with. Like if you did whole shit with my homeboy, I don't think we could go past any of this sexual
I don't blame
activity. Cause that shit's gonna be awkward as fuck. But if you just out here and you was honest and upfront and you said, "Hey, I did my thing," or "I was doing my thing," and I know and I have that understanding, I can't really get mad about that, you know. But at the same token, the old younger me, hell no. Hell, you got this is the place that you wanted to put yourself in. We over here. The older Rob now, like you said, I think I evaluated. Like, let's sit down, have a conversation. You probably gonna chill, you know, unless you don't want them type of vibes and you just hit the dough, do it, hit the dough, and you gone. But if you over there and you talking and you vibing, then I feel like you can show interest in it, and we grown. Who give a fuck? Ain't nobody gonna know unless they close to you. Like, anyway, most of these married motherfucker dudes is somebody else's hoe. They was somebody else's hoe. Everybody is
but
somebody.
men being a
Yeah.
home, women being a home is not the same as we know.
So,
It's
Nah,
not
they
as
all
so
hoes.
what that's what I'm saying, man. So let
We
me
all
ask you
hoes.
this, right? What's your definition of a hoe? Because the only definition I have of a hoe, right, is what Corey mentioned: somebody that sell pussy. Excuse me, damn, somebody that sells sex. If you're not
okay.
selling sex, I don't think you're a hoe. I just think you're exploring
Well,
different
you
things.
woke now.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you got to be woke to other aspects of life. Like I feel
Hmm.
like if you don't know or not heard or talked about polyamory or polyamorous relationships, or the fact that people have sexual desires and they don't necessarily want these type of ties with people, when you
Hmm.
like kind of look at some of those concepts, you start to look at it differently. Plus, you get older and say, that's not my fucking business. Like, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Robert gonna ride his lane regardless.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people just need to stop worrying about what everybody else doing and just do your own thing.
And I think a lot of men, especially, right, they will put their penis in any hole. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you know what I'm saying? If it's a can, you know what I'm saying, and the can get wet, they'll put it in the can and then be like, God damn, that can is a fucking hole. Because everybody but they you know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like, I ain't even gonna hold you, right? It's like I think we tend to consider a woman a hoe because, to your point, Rob, that we haven't experienced the things that they have experienced, whether it's multiple partners, whether it's threesomes, foursomes, 400 sums, poly, or whatever, then that's when we begin to label them those type of things. And then, you know what I'm saying, knowing that we want, you know what I'm saying, this type of woman, but because we can't see her beyond being a quote unquote, well, not even we, some can't see her beyond being a quote unquote hoe. They go find this vanilla chick who might you know what I'm saying, lick their balls one time on the second or third time they had sex, and then they realize, you know what I'm saying, 6 months into it, yo, this chick really don't like to explore or do anything at all. And now guess what? They over here fucking with the hoe. You know what I'm saying?
I think
That's giving them the things. And I've even had, I mean to cut you off, Rob, but I even had a
no, good.
homeboy tell me, right? He was like, yo, I can't ejaculate in my wife's mouth because I feel like that's nasty. But he got a side joint who swallow all day long for him and he be kissing her. And I'm like, yo, what's the fucking difference? You know what I'm saying? Help me understand this. You know what I mean?
Because he sees his wife in a different state than he sees the quote unquote hoe. She's just there to be deposited into. His wife is supposed to be special, and their sex is supposed to be more meaningful. And they put all these little weird things on, you know, on their wife that they don't attach on the other woman, but then they're still unhappy. So that was kind of the point of the video. He's like, if you're happy, does all of this off the wall stuff. How did she learn to do all this off the wall stuff? Through experience. So you want a woman who has experience that can do the things that you like, or you want to get somebody who doesn't do those things and then spend the rest of their relationship frustrated and irritated with somebody that's picked out because they weren't doing these particular things. Like, you know, what is it that you want? And I feel like many men, they want a virgin and they want a hoe. You know, they want her to innately know how to do all this freaky stuff, but only have one or two people on their body count. She says she got more than 5 people, then all of a sudden she's a hoe. But how are you gonna know how to do what you like?
No, I ain't even gonna lie. I want her to act like she don't know how to do it the first 2 times. Make me feel like I'm teaching her something. I ain't even gonna lie.
I think
you don't want her to know how to do it, or you don't want to think about how she knows how to do it.
Right.
I think men kind of look at women like the wedding dress tradition thing. Like, you either wearing the all white or you the off white. And I think that's how dead ass. Dead ass. I'm dead ass serious. I think they really look at it like this. You either you he looking at you like you pure white or you off white. But I think they be looking at it like that, man. So like once they've heard that, like, oh, she's the hoe, it's like, oh, she ain't the white dress no more. Like, oh, now she off white, so I gotta treat her like she off white versus somebody that's a all white dress.
Right.
That's exactly how I look at it. Like, motherfuckers be like, they go in the store, it's like, there's the all white, there's the off white. Off white, I know when it get dirty. If off white get dirty, ain't gonna look as bad. But if all white get dirty, I can see that shit. We gonna see all white is dirty now.
Everybody gonna know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
you know.
They're both gonna be unhappy. The man's gonna be unhappy, and he's gonna stress his woman out, and she gonna be unhappy. And even if she does certain, he may still be happy because it's not something that either was innate to her or the other hoe did it this kind of different way. Like, it ends up being so many darn variables. And I tell a lot of people, couples, men, women, once you erode somebody's confidence and you start acting like there's a problem and somebody's feelings get hurt, they will never open up to you the same way. You start acting funny, this woman who just trying to figure out what you into, guarantee you will never get the whole shit that you trying to get.
No,
Nah,
yeah, no,
Once
they,
you
I
they
add,
better
agree.
hope they better hope the all white don't never tell them they sex was whack.
Right.
that's a whole new
Yeah, yeah. His feelings will be hurt forever, ever.
He's searching for the off white to be freaky, and his shit whack.
Right. But let me tell you, a lot of us women, men who claim they freaks, and then we get with them and they scary and they just vanilla.
Mm,
They don't none of this, they don't do none of this, they don't do anything. And the reason is the women took control of those sexual experiences. The
Mm-hmm.
women knew
mhm.
what they wanted and treated those men like hoes. So the men want this, but they don't know how to ask for it or how to coax a woman,
Mm-hmm.
sexually into doing those things. You got men who complain, "Oh, my woman doesn't give me anal. I want anal and she won't do it." But guarantee they ain't had no backdoor play. Guarantee they ain't stuck no fingers back there. Guarantee they ain't put no toys back there. Guarantee they ain't helped her relax to get comfortable enough to
God
do it.
damn, how
They
many
just
things
Guarantee he
go
about
back
to
there
examine
before
that
you
bitch.
start? Shit.
what you
Guarantee
say?
guarantee once he get in, he finna go buck out of this.
Y'all terrible. I just anyway.
Nah,
But
dead ass. This dude trying to turn his wife,
some of y'all
man.
right. But
Yeah,
some of
no.
y'all, not y'all, but some men who claim they want that aren't even that themselves. And then they put all the
Mhm.
pressure on the woman and say, well, my woman is not a freak, even though all he's offering is vanilla. He's expecting
Right,
her to be the one
Yeah.
to do all the freaky stuff with no warm up, no excitement, no
right.
encouragement, like no nothing. She can't be the freak all by herself,
Yeah, no,
So
I
a lot
agree
of
with you. Yeah, because you
need to
can't
be
even.
discussed.
Yeah,
They need to be
what's
discussed.
up, Imperfect? What's up? Yeah, no,
OG.
no, I agree with you because you know what I'm saying. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. But on the flip side, even for women, you know what I'm saying, a lot of women don't warm their man up and expect him to warm them up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100. You
Keep
know
it
what I
a
mean?
buck.
The older you get, you know what I'm saying? You need to be
Hey,
warmed up just like you need to warm her up. You know what I'm saying? You got to start this car up at 5 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So by 10, it's ready to,
So
excuse me,
you
no,
feel
go.
like
for
you
real.
playing Battleship, huh? You gotta
Right.
strategically insert yourself, huh?
No, you
You
gotta
gotta
let them know
insert
that
yourself and get it
I'm looking for
rolling,
you.
huh?
Yeah.
And you gotta send some pictures throughout the day. And you gotta
Yeah.
remind him how sexy he is. And you gotta make sure that when he come home, the house is straight. Maybe some dinner's on the stove so he ain't stressed out. Like,
Yeah.
and take your time. But sometimes it's
Mhm.
gonna be all you. Sometimes it's gonna be
Yeah.
all him.
Right.
And that's the give and take of of any healthy,
Of a
happy
relationship, any healthy relationship, right? But
right. But
I was talking to somebody, right? Talking to a friend, right? And she said she's about to date this guy, right? And we were talking, and she made this comment. She said, I need to reevaluate what I'm gonna do in this relationship because he's not what I normally date, and I don't want to make him self-conscious for being him. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people go into, especially when you talk the hoe and the housewife, a lot of men go in with this housewife type person and tend to make the woman feel
less than.
insecure and self-conscious about who she is because you know what I'm saying, she's not willing to do some shit he done seen on OnlyFans or on Pornhub, you know what I'm saying, not understanding all the other dynamics, and then as a result, we know what happens as a result. Either he winds up cheating, she winds up cheating, or they wind up breaking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is sad within itself. But crap, I had a question for y'all around that. Right? Oh man, I forgot. It'll come back to me. I'm getting old now.
I mean, I feel like long term, both of you need to be flexible enough to try some things and to explore some
Mhm,
things. And some things may be awkward first couple
mhm,
times, some
right.
comfortable first couple.
Mhm,
I don't mean doing painful or
mhm,
harmful. Discussion
mhm,
before when the sexologist was on. We're not advocating hurting each other, but you
right.
got a long from now until forever is a
Mhm,
long time.
right.
So if you're ready to explore and do some stuff that you don't normally do or try some
Mhm.
things, it's gonna be a problem. So if
So,
you're going into something long term with a person, you should be prepared to
mhm,
slowly uncover and unwrap and explore some new things throughout this whole entire lifetime where you think you're supposed to be with this man or this woman doing the same old bump and grind. It's just not.
Oh yeah,
It's not. It's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, after 4 sex sessions is boring. So, but good for you and for both of y'all. But good. So, as a woman, right? How can a man make a woman a vanilla woman? And I'm not saying you're vanilla, but I'm just saying a vanilla woman because we've all been there. You know what I'm saying? Feel comfortable enough to where she wants to try and experience different things.
I'm gonna be honest and say the majority of you do it because the majority of y'all can't warm up a woman on basic level. The majority of men who claim they have this problem, they don't wait till she gets wet. They don't do any foreplay. They don't do any filling up or playing in the clothes. They go straight for what it is. If you move their hand someplace else, they put that shit right back. If they move your hand in a slow direction, y'all want to go fast. Y'all want to go to a dry woman and immediately start rubbing and grinding and pushing up. Some of y'all can't even, get a woman ready on a basic level. So you're definitely not going to get her ready to do anything else. So for the majority, and I really mean this when I say the majority, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Because a lot of men, like I told you, don't know how to do what they claim they want to do. They will complain about freaks and tell the whole world they freaky deaky deaky and get to the house and lay up in the bed curled up like a damn baby. Don't even know what to do. Oh, I'm gonna let you take control. You know what that means? I'm scared to death.
Mm.
I'm scared to death, and I don't want to tell you that I'm scared to death. So I'm going to act like you're going to be in control every single time and then blame her when it's dry and she can't get wet and she's not excited. So the majority, it's not going to happen. For the few that care about their woman, it don't take a whole lot. You get her all warmed up and happy, and then you slowly travel to where you're trying to go and see if she's relaxed enough to do that. You can buy toys and you can start playing with little toys and move up to bigger toys. Or you can start buying her lingerie and costumes and, the vibrating panties and go out to dinner and turn on the vibrating panties. Like, there's all kind of ways to make, we can watch a video together and say, why don't we recreate this video? Why don't we try it? Why don't we see? And, a woman who really is into her man and who's turned on, I think a majority would be willing. And the more turned on we are, the more possible it is for these things to happen. They definitely not going to happen if you try and not turned on. So it's a skill set, and I think that's just, it is what it is.
So I think a lot of people need to stop listening to their fucking friends' lies and they goddamn coworker lies when they be talking about they got bomb ass sex lives and them niggas don't be having but once a week. And she ain't came in like 3 years and they been married for 10. Okay. But they in that bitch lying over there trying to put up a front and an image so that people look at their marriage as its whole. Because if they ain't having sex, then it's like, well, what y'all doing? Is this arranged or something? Or what's going on? So people be out there lying, and then folks be like, damn, I gotta have me a sex life like that too. And but you're not having these type of conversations with your partner, like, hey, from your perspective, what does sex look like, and how many times would you want to have sex a week? People be looking at like, oh, I don't want to plan. Who the fuck said anything about planning sex? I just said, what is your idea? Would you want it 3 days a week? Would you want it 2? Like, cause I want to know, because some people will get tired, or they, there's different things that they don't want you to be up on them like that. So you want to kind of get that feeling and vibe of what do you like, what do you want to have happen or whatnot, so that you ain't feeling what you call it, dismissed. Because it's not a case of dismissed, but you knew you didn't have a 7-day-a-week free. So don't get mad when she up in it every day of the week. She taking care of kids, working just like you, all that shit. She ain't want to do it 7 days a week. So you got to be understanding. If you ain't had them conversations before you got married, whoo, yeah,
you in a dead end marriage.
I think it's certain things you just got to talk about before you start getting married. Like, hey, what does this look like to you? What do you think about this? How is that? Because you'll get married and now shit's hard because because motherfuckers really be planning outs before they even get married. They be already planning the out. So as soon as they see that shit not aligning right, they already on the out already. So, I mean, I think you got to have them hard conversations. Don't be scared. You talking about You talking about you love this motherfucker and you want to marry them, but you scared to ask them how many times they want sex. I don't get that. I don't get that.
And you need to ask
Mhm.
about the alternatives. If we can't have sex, what else can we do? You know, if you don't want to have sex,
Mhm.
put your hands down here real quick. Can you put your mouth down here real quick? Can you hold this
Right,
toy real quick?
exactly.
Can you watch me with this toy real quick? Can you do
Mm-hmm.
something? Can we do ourselves while we're together? Like there's all kinds of ways to make it work if you're committed to making it work.
But
Yeah.
don't get offended if he go in there and get on Pornhub.
Right.
Cause
Right.
some dudes, what
But
they
you know,
do is if you keep on dismissing, them niggas gonna be on Pornhub anyway. Every day they ain't even
Mhm.
finna trying to tempt no more. Cause
Right. Mm-hmm.
their little ego hurt.
Yep. So
That's fine. We all
yeah.
agree to that,
Mhm.
so
No,
you gotta expect it.
yeah, no, I agree with both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And when Corey took the words out of my mouth, it's communication. And I think a lot of times people don't even communicate before they get feelings involved. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a relationship or whether it's a marriage. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of, and I've done this in the past myself, is kind of live off of things will flow organically and we will understand each other organically. And then you get to a point and you realize that, you know what, that organic shit ain't organic. You know what I mean? We got to have some conversations and we got to have, you know what I'm saying, to be able to communicate. And it's like, if you're unable to have a conversation with your partner without it turning into a blame game or someone feeling like, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
feeling bad for whatever their decision is. You know what I'm saying? And it made me think. I know we need to go into the next topic, but I had a
Yeah.
question for Rob and for both of y'all real quick, right? Because I think in those instances, what happens a lot is someone does feel dismissed. You know what I'm saying? So for both of y'all, right? What sexually, what makes you feel dismissed? You know what I'm saying? You
For
I'm
it's
leaving I'm leaving it open ended. So mhm.
it's if there's a reason that we're not having as frequent sex, you're tired, you got health issue, something's on your mind. For some of us, work is hard. We having problems with our family. Maybe we lost a family member or a friend.
Mhm.
Business is failing. A parent is aging. There's all kind of things that can be in a man's mind that would make him maybe not want to. And sometimes we gotta look at ourselves. Maybe our attitude is not that great. Maybe our hygiene has not been that great. Maybe and I hate to say it because, I hate to hear it, but maybe we're not looking like we used to. Maybe we're not wearing certain things to bed. Like it could be a whole multitude of things, but the conversation needs to be had. And once the conversation is had and I understand that it's not me, then I'm good. I can
Mhm.
care of myself or I can get help
Mhm.
to do something that's quick, fast, in a hurry. So you don't have to be tired and you ain't got to be stressed out, worried that I'm stressed out because I'm not getting stuff. It goes back to what Corey said, is communication. So as long as I know that my man is not unattracted to me or turned off by
Mhm.
me, then I'm good. I'll be able to work it out. I'll do something else. You can lay here and watch me and I'll do something else. It's fine.
Mhm.
But I need to know it's not me. And if it starts feeling like it's me, then it's
Mhm.
the beginning of the end. I'm telling you, it's the beginning of the end.
No, that's understood, and I agree with you. What about you, Rob?
If I attempt to eat that box and you keep on talking about nah, I feel dismissed. Cause I ain't too many women in the world gonna be like, nah, don't do that. You ain't even got to do nothing. I'm fixing to do all the work, and you saying,
Right.
nah, I'm good multiple
Mhm.
times. Nah, something wrong. Something is wrong.
Mhm.
Or
Mhm.
like, I hate being with a woman who's like 10 o'clock. What the fuck that mean to me? Like, only 10 o'clock, only 10 o'clock, because that's your bedtime. I don't even want to
Right.
come into bed. Like, I don't want it to seem like I'm just fucking like I come in there just for 10 o'clock and then I'm back watching
Right.
TV. I don't want it to feel because it feels like you're doing like it's whole tight tendency. Like
Right.
it's time you want to creep up, in the middle of the
But
night. Like
Mhm.
I said, I want, I want, and you over here like, oh no, it's not 10 o'clock. You ain't saying that, but you giving me that vibe.
Really?
Oh no, wait,
Those happen?
yeah. You'd be amazed how many women
Mhm.
will be like, "Don't wake me up in the morning." But I saw your post where you say you want dick in the morning. So how you getting dick in the morning
Yep.
and ain't getting woke up?
It's coming
Exactly.
off of, like what you said, that they want other people to think this is how they are. I don't know why you want to advertise to the next man. That doesn't
But
make a lot of.
men, we moving off
Mhm.
that though. We moving off
Right.
that. So when you
Yep.
over there posting about, yo, I like them lick the box and hit it from the back and ride this. What you think dudes thinking? They like, oh shit,
Right.
bro, she freaky as fuck. And she
Right.
probably really giving that pussy up. If I got this, if this dick on swole, she probably finna give me that, boy. That's exactly how niggas, even the little
Hmm.
dick niggas think the same way. They thinking the same way. Like,
Yep.
damn, I know
Exactly.
she got a lot of ass, but I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this little
Yep.
thing from that thing, boy. That's
I'm
really
gonna
how they
take
be
this one
thinking.
down. Yep.
Yeah,
Nah.
but
Yeah. Nah. I agree with you because I'm the same way. You know what I mean? If I give you my nonverbal cues and you kind of I'm tired or I got to get up in the morning and it's like if you can't take 5 minutes from me. You know what I'm saying? Then
Because it really don't.
right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's only three. You know what I mean? But it's like you know what I mean. I feel like you.
but
Yeah.
at
I feel
the end,
like
don't
you
say I'm the
dismissing me.
problem. Don't say
Right.
I'm the problem.
Right.
Like, oh, he don't know how to get me. Oh, wait, I said I was finna
Right.
eat that box. Like I said, I ain't too many women that's denying that. So what's going on? Is it the 10 o'clock thing? Like, goddamn,
Right.
9:58. I got to wait 2 minutes.
Corey, you ain't been dismissed because you light skinned, Corey. Corey said he too sexy for this part.
Do you take it personal if you get dismissed after you fucked up? Like you fucked up, you
No,
did
no,
something
no. If,
wrong.
if if I fuck up, if I for real, right? If I fuck up, I don't even want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? It's
No,
crazy,
but
right?
what if
Because
when you come to though, like when you get past wherever it was or whatever,
Mhm. No,
so
no,
you don't want
because
to have.
I want us to be on the same page because I feel like if I fuck up and we have sex, then it's that makeup sex, and I don't care for that makeup sex because that makeup sex turns into a pattern of us making up sex. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
resolving the.
But how do
Right.
you? But how do you infuse your? How do you infuse yourself back sexually after you hit that road bump?
Hmm.
Because you're basically saying I fucked up, so I don't want to have sex. So you're gonna
Hmm.
obviously have a conversation about this shit before y'all ever engage in
Hmm.
anything sexually after
Hmm.
that point.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, let's have a conversation and let's make sure we have a conversation and it's a clear two-way conversation, not a thing of, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing all of this to make up. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I'm constantly, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I want to understand how you feel and where you're at mentally, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Because now I know we're on the same page and mentally, because sex for me at 51 is fucking all mental. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking since I've been 13. You know what I mean? So now it's all mental. You know
So
what I'm
you all
saying?
sapiosexual now?
Huh? What'd
So
you
you're
say?
all sapiosexual now.
Sapio, who that?
Means you got to
So
be
your
mentally
loins don't catch
stimulated.
on fire no more. It's your brain. Your loins don't get on fire no more. Only your brain. That's what I'm saying. She got to get the brain on fire, not the loins.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, right now
So
the
you,
brain
if
got to
you're
be
not
on fire.
mentally stimulated, so you're saying if you're not mentally stimulated, you can't be sexually attracted or want to be involved sexually.
Yeah. If I'm not mentally stimulated, you gonna get like the G game. You know what I'm saying?
The G
That's gonna
game.
be that's gonna be, you know what I mean? I might even try to, you know what I mean, stuff the little limp banana in there, you know what I mean, and putting two fingers in there and trying to like push it in there, you know what I'm saying? Just to say we did it. You know what I mean? Corey said that's when he put in his best work now. Now back in the days, I would love, you know what I'm saying, let's beef, let's have some, crazy
Some
this, that, and the
toxic
other.
sex.
Yeah.
I guess depends on you and your partner. If you really have that thing where you're like, I'm not going nowhere and you're not going nowhere, and it really doesn't matter as long as you haven't, killed anybody, or if cheating is your deal breaker, you haven't cheated, or if you haven't called somebody out of their name, then I think it can work with certain people. When you look at your partner and we in this, but it don't matter what you do, you should still be able to, to creep in the room and hit it. And for me personally, I don't withhold like that. You'd have to really do something crazy for me to want to punish you in that way. Like I've never thought that was a cool thing. So
So to Rob's point, if he does something irritate you, piss you off, and I'm not saying fuck up on like cheating, but you know what I'm saying, and he
said some fucked up shit to you that hurt your feelings really bad.
Right, and he want to smash, you still ain't gonna withhold because you said you're not wanting to withhold.
We're gonna have a conversation about it, and he's gonna have to give a real apology with some changed behavior of what he's not gonna do. But after we have that, I'm still gonna be going 3-4 days later, and I'm not speaking to him, or I'm not giving him none. Now, maybe that same night, maybe he won't get it that same night. Maybe we'll hold each other and talk, and I'll cry until I feel like I'm relieved and I've got that weight off my shoulder. But once he's done with what he can do, then
in the morning it's on.
Yeah. Have you ever had somebody say some, like, let's say he said some fucked up shit at 9 o'clock, creep up in the bedroom and try to creep up on your ass at 11? Cause I had it happen to me, and I know, and I was high as fuck at 26, 27 years old. Like, what the fuck? What? But I had to go and move on.
How sorry the person was. If I could tell that it was really just, I had a bad day, I was hurting about some other stuff, I already know that the tension was building, something was going on, and they really like, babe, I slipped. I mean, for real, I wouldn't, then that's one thing. But one of these half-assed, like, you didn't do this, I wouldn't, if the attitude is still ugly like that, then no. But if it's a real, apology and it's a mistake, then I mean, you're gonna have to forgive your partner and keep going, or else you're not gonna have a relationship. Like, you can't go on like that. And if you start that pattern, it's harder to break it. So
yeah. So y'all both brought up something something good that I've been meaning to post. I just keep forgetting, right? Because what I realized is that these are gonna be some good excerpts, because now I got a laptop, I can do a whole lot of fun stuff now. But I realized that there are a lot of people, especially on social media, that are meeting people and they're bonding over trauma, one person or the other, and they don't realize that they're bonding over trauma. And once there's no trauma left in the relationship, they actually don't know how to connect or even be together. You know what I'm saying? So my question to both of y'all is, like, what's your definition? Because sometimes it's real subtle, and if you're not, and I hate to use the word woke, but if you're not woke, we'll say, right, you're unable to see it. So what's your definition of building and bonding a relationship with somebody that's based on trauma?
I mean, in my younger days, if the person was, a gang member or a previous gang member, I used to bond with men over that, because I grew up in Cali. I lost a lot of people to gang violence back in the day, and I felt like I could understand him and comfort him, because I knew what he was going through. And they looked like the people that I lost. They looked and they felt like my homies that were gone. So I would gravitate, towards that. In my adult life, I used to always, for some reason, meet men who lost one or both parents. And so you can imagine, if they lose their parents young, they're missing a lot of life skills and relationship skills. But I felt, because I had a big heart and I was a caretaker, that all they needed was me, because my love is so special, and me having their back is going to change their life. So I would pick the ones that were broken, because I wanted to heal. And I thought that healing would make me special and make me more valuable to them. And, I believe the whole ride or die thing. And if you're just patient and love the man, as long as you can, one day he'll wake up and realize that you were all he ever wanted. And I really believed that stuff that I was told coming up. And it took a long time to realize that. I think I saw a meme about it, and it says you can't make somebody love you more by giving them more of what they already don't appreciate. And
Yeah, that was
working
my meme.
backwards.
That was mine. No, I'm messing
Okay,
with you.
be crazy. So I was like, I don't think it was you, but okay, if it was you, that's cool. So yeah, meeting people that you want to heal, meeting people that have been through the same thing that you've been through, and talking about that pain, and then thinking you're in love because you had one of these late night, long, deep conversations, and you felt so connected, but you didn't ask about anything else. You didn't ask about their dreams or their goals or their fears or their philosophies, like the things that are important, and you only talked about the pain and how nobody was there for you, and yeah, nobody was there for me either. If the conversation is centered around pain and you're not asking the real questions, then you got a good chance that this is a trauma bonding experience.
What you say, bro?
I don't know if I ever bonded over trauma or if I really know that I did, but I would say that I probably felt like a fixer. Like
Mm-hmm.
I felt, you know what, bro? I ain't even gonna lie. I felt like Good Luck Chuck most of my life. Like women would date me, and the next nigga, one or two dudes they meet, they get married. I used to feel like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I felt like Coach K. Like I would just get motherfuckers ready for the draft. Like dead
Oh
ass.
wow.
Like they be like, Rob, you full of shit. You don't want to get married. Next motherfucker, he ready. He dropped that shit in like 3 months. Like, and I don't be mad,
Mm-hmm.
bro, because I be looking at it like this. Like, I'm not one of them dudes gonna hold somebody from finding what it is they really want or really need
Mm-hmm.
because people start fostering animosity towards you off of shit like that. So I used to just be like, "Ooh, go on here, boo." I wish you the best. I ain't even mad. I ain't mad. I don't feel jealous. I don't feel none of that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. I'm actually happy for you because this is what you
Right.
wanted. And if you wasn't gonna get it with me, I don't feel like I don't have animosity towards women because it didn't
Mm-hmm.
work out or none of that shit. So I want you to
Mm-hmm.
be happy. Go ahead, do your stuff. But I always felt like Good Luck Chuck. Like fuck, bro.
Nigga, good luck, Chuck, bro.
Fuck, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
Nah, I
that's
feel you though. But see me, right? Being one that talks to a lot of people and quote unquote, what I'm saying, offer my advice and stuff like that. It took me a while to realize that the majority of my relationships were bonded over trauma. You know what I'm saying? And each of us, we can probably relate to this. You know what I'm saying? Is where you meet somebody and you develop a friendship based on, you know what, yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying, I kind of understand how he was doing you. That's wrong. And you're not saying that's wrong to hit, you saying that's wrong as a friend. You know what I'm saying? And as a friend, you kind of develop, you kind of, well, I don't know for y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Usually as a friend, we wind up developing, you know what I'm saying, something else, and we wind up smashing or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Then I realized, you know what? Like Good Luck Chuck over there, you know what I mean? When
it's
can't hear
silly
you good.
music.
Right, yeah,
I
you
said,
know what I'm
well,
saying? Yeah,
we need a man, not any, you know.
right. And once you don't have a sob story to tell me no more, you know what I'm saying? And we done smashed a couple of times. Now we sitting here looking at each other, not even knowing how to have a positive, healthy relationship on where to go next and what to do, because that's all we've done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I
we
had to
can't have it.
realize that, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of like a lot of people that I was unintentionally seeking. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Who can, if you've been hurt in the past, who do you relate to? People that have been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You understand, hey, you know what? I've been hurt. I understand what this person is going through. So I'm going to be there for them. Then you build that. Then y'all start fucking. Then y'all start doing all this other stuff. And then now it's like, damn, what the fuck do we do now? We ain't got shit to be mad about. You know what I'm saying?
Especially since some of them play victim.
Oh,
Well,
boy,
what do you feel
man.
the person feels like they felt? So it is a symbiotic, relationship. It's like a,
Mhm.
a parasite relationship. I tell you what you
Mm-hmm.
need to hear, understand, and I'm giving you that honest man point of view that most men don't want to tell you, the truth.
Yes, yes.
And he really
Mm-hmm.
didn't love you if he did this. And a real man, and men they do this, and so she's got all this insight, and her brain is just buzzing, and he understands, and this is what I was thinking the whole time. And so you got that, and then she's feeling, oh, he understands me. He's like, yes, I understand these men, and I'm not like these men. And then
Good
by the
luck,
time you're
Chuck.
all
Right.
and then you ask with your life. You got two different things you want to do with your life. Where you want to live when you settle down. I want to live in the city. I want to live in the country. What kind of
Mm-hmm.
food you eat. I'm a Muslim. Oh, I didn't know you was a Muslim. Y'all didn't have none of those conversations. So now you
Mhm.
like we together trying to hold on for dear life and really don't have that much in common or don't like each other outside of the fact that we were there for each other in a vulnerable time. So yeah, that's a big sign.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But how do you get out of that cycle, right? Because you hear everyone say, "Oh, well, hold on. Good, you can tell them all."
Okay. So, um, today's show was unhappy holidays, and because we got sidetracked by the whole into the housewife, we're just gonna go ahead and run with this for the next 10 minutes, wrap it up, and we'll revisit this topic next week. So, sorry, but it got good, got juicy, so here we are. So,
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. So how do you, right? How do you, especially if you're an empath, right? How do you you know what I'm saying, be there for someone but don't bond over trauma? You know what I'm saying? Because I also believe that bonding over trauma creates a toxic relationship. Because they say opposites attack, but I also believe opposites attacked as well. You know what I'm saying? So how do you navigate that whole space? You know what I'm saying? Her dude must be there. Look at her smiling. We ain't seen her smile that hard the whole night.
let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Mhm. We see you smiling over there. You like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
She
All I
smiled like
need is
that was the
13
drop your
seconds.
towel challenge.
Right, exactly, right?
Yes, pretty much. I think the way to avoid that is by not leading with your trauma, not leading with the vulnerability of the trauma, not leading with he hurt me, she hurt me, and not leading with that. You want to lead with the wholeness of who you are. And after you connect with that person, then you want to explain what you've been through so they don't do the same thing or hurt you in the same way and vice versa. But you don't lead with that because women, we vulnerability is something that's very attractive to a man. And a man knowing that you've been hurt and that he could easily do the things that the last man didn't do, it makes him want to step in and rescue you and make you feel happy because you're not really asking for a lot for a certain type of man. So because you're acting vulnerable and he's acting like the rescuer, this kind of energy is very intoxicating. So you don't want to lead with that. You want to lead with your healed self. You want to lead with your whole self. You want to lead with your happy self, your best self. And then as you are safe with this person and realize they really want to know you because they're trying to build something, then both of you can start slowly revealing parts of that so the other person can recognize when you're repeating mistakes, when they're repeating mistakes, what your triggers are. Nothing is wrong with sharing, but just don't come out the box with, hi, my name is Good Vibes, and out with a narcissist for so many years, and this happened and that happened, and my ex did this, ex did that, and I used to do that. I used to lead with that. Men would be like, whoa, like, are you healed? Are you ready to be with somebody? You want to go back there? I'm like, no, I don't want to go back with him. I just want to tell you what I've been through. And he's like, okay, well, don't lead with that. And I had a man pretty much tell me, I don't want to hear about him anymore because I feel like something is not right here. And I was really just expressing myself. So I had to learn to pull that all the way back.
What you say, Ron?
I think a lot of people search for folks that don't have the issues they got, and in doing so, it's weird to me because it almost seems like you would want to be with somebody that you could relate to make you feel like you not by yourself. But I think they look for people who don't have their issues in hopes that these people can help them correct their issues because they don't have them. The problem is they don't have to lead with the trauma a lot of times because motherfuckers are wearing masks. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have personas. They don't like to say it, but they do. If you go to
Mm-hmm.
work in one persona, your girl got one persona. Like we all have personas. So I think a lot of folks just got to really understand them damn personas, and when it comes down to the trauma and everything like that, I don't think you can always pull out of people. But like Good said, I wouldn't want to lead with that because, like you said, I know a lot of dudes who are predators on that type of shit, and they
Mm-hmm.
gonna prey
Yes.
on every little thing you tell them. They gonna tell you every little thing you want to hear, and you ain't gonna be. And some dudes is very good, and you won't know the difference. So it's better to kind of just gradually go into that, but do not hide your trauma and tell it motherfucker 2 years later, and then wonder
No.
why he looking at you crazy like, whoa, so that makes sense now. Why you been doing this whole time? Like, make
Mm-hmm.
sure you have those moments where you feel vulnerable enough to let them know about that type of stuff, but it ain't something you gotta lead with. Now,
No.
if he try to give you cuddles or something and you acting, hey, that might be a conversation we gotta have because I'm an affectionate person and I want to make sure that I'm showing you the affection that you receive best. Because I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we having them type of conversations like that. We just kind of like, oh, so you don't want to have a hug, then I'm not doing that shit at all. Instead of saying like, okay, hey, did I
Right.
grab you too aggressively? Do you prefer not to get grabbed from the back? Because some women don't like that. They've been through things they don't like that kind of thing. So you got to make sure you communicate. Communication is freaking key. Most people underrate what it is.
And comprehension is
Yeah,
key.
yeah.
Because you can mouth all day and they don't get you and you still haven't gone anywhere. But yes, communication and comprehension is key.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I agree. Communication, comprehension, and I'll just add the ability to accept it from someone that may not be like you. So they may not, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we want things from someone that quote unquote thinks like us because we feel like they're delivering it better versus someone who may just keep it 100 with you and may not quote unquote think, you know what I'm saying? Think like you said, and you feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying? They giving it to me in a fucked up way. They trying to do this, trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? And that instead of being able to step back and say, hey, you know what? I understand this person's heart and where they're really coming from. You know what I'm saying? So they can't sugarcoat it because that's just not how they're built. You know what I mean? And
Sometimes we don't need the sugar. Sometimes we need the salt.
yeah, you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
agree. You know, and only thing I would add to it is that you know, especially for the men, um, if a woman, no matter how good she looks, no matter how this, how that, if you feel like you are being Captain Save-A-Ho on any level, and not even from her past relationship, it could be Captain Save-A-Ho from her kids, Captain Save-A-Ho from, and I don't even want to say I say ho because we was talking about ho. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if you
Oh, right.
feel like you're coming in here being saving this woman, then in my opinion, you are basically being a band-aid for her trauma, and the trauma and the toxicity is going to eventually come out. You know what I'm saying? So fall back. If you say you really there to be her friend, not her. Not I'm being your friend and I'm offering all this advice with the intentions and the hope that you're going to be there for me and I'm going to do all the things that I know you want because, excuse me, I
Yeah.
already see what you've been dealing with, whether it's your mother, your kids, single parent, or whatever. You know what I mean? So with that
Yeah, I
though,
mean,
and good smile over there at her man. You know what I mean? It's good to see, you know what I'm saying, when people in fabulous relationships, you know what I'm saying, we gonna end it. And if y'all got a comment or two to end, thanks for posting that, because I was about to say like, comment, follow, share. We'll be back next week. We'll be back the week after. We'll be back the week after. Got some fucking amazing content coming for you. It's gonna be freaking amazing. We're gonna have some special guests on. We're gonna do a lot. You know what I mean? We getting ready. We got a whole lot planned. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Y'all want to end with a comment or two?
Go ahead, Rob. I don't think I have much. I'm
Yeah.
just happy to people comment saying what they have to say, and it's just good to get warmed back up. It's been a minute. I feel rusty, so it feels good. What about you, Rob?
I just had an idea of a show pop up that we need to do something like logic driven relationships versus emotionally driven relationships, because I feel like there's a lot of logic decisions that people are really making emotional decisions off of, and in relationships, whoa,
Yes.
that shit can make or break you, boy. You might be having conversations a lot, but we
That
definitely do
definitely
that.
will. No, I like that. I like that. Let's add that. And I got a great friend. I think she'll be good for that, because she was in an abusive relationship for a long time. So now she's like an extra logical thinker, to the point where, me personally, I think it affects her relationships, because she's thrown all fucking emotion out and it's all logic. You know what I'm saying? You chew like this, huh?
But protecting yourself is not logic. Protecting yourself is still emotion. It's an emotional driven response. So
See
yeah.
that's your opinion.
That's why I
That's
said we need to
logic.
talk about it.
Yeah. We gotta add that. Yeah, for me, that's logic. All right, but let's go ahead and wrap it on up. Y'all already know. Good night. Thank y'all for joining. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. I'm gonna be posting the YouTube link, so you know what I'm saying. Y'all can share that as well. Thanks again. We back. Love y'all too. It's been a minute, man. Ain't seen y'all in a minute. Ain't talked to y'all in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this going. All right. Peace.
Peace.